Google's next version of Android gets teased for next month. Sony's revival plan seems to include everything but its own smartphone lineup, and Motorola's CEO feels the need to defend Moto-Maker from Jony Ive. I'm Jaime Rivera, and is it just me or do people still party on Thursdays? This is Pocketnow Daily, brought to you by Squarespace. The official news today have to do with Sony, as we know the company is desperate for a turnaround, and the company's CEO has just announced the company's revival plan, and it doesn't seem very good for the exterior lineup. We've heard that Sony wants to sell it or is considering it, and as it turns out, the company is going to focus on image sensors and gaming. That's going to be the focus until 2018 to get some profit, and probably invest that profit in other divisions. So, sad news, but hopefully they'll still build the same cool experience. Now let's talk about one of the only smartwatch companies that's actually succeeding, Pebble. The company is not only working on bringing us new hardware, probably for MWC or close around there, but apparently the company is finally bringing a color display. Now it seems that the focus of the company is still to bring the legendary battery life that we currently have on the two Pebble generations that we have. So we wonder exactly what type of technology that'll be. We will be looking forward to this very soon. Now listen to these new rumors. We've heard that there is an HTC One M9i that keeps the current HTC One M8 design, and then we've also heard that the HTC One M9 will probably not bring a Quad HD display. Apparently it'll stick to a 1080p display. But if you're wondering what will happen with that Quad HD leak that we talked about so many weeks ago, it turns out that there is apparently an HTC One M9 Plus. And I am starting to get tired of pronouncing these long names, but yeah, apparently there is a beefier Quad HD variant, and we don't know if it'll retain the same design. There is a lot of debate on the display size, between 5.1 inches and 5.5 inches, but we will keep you posted. And speaking of HTC, the company has pretty much spilled the beans on when to expect the next version of Android. Not sure if this is a .1 update since we are waiting for Android 5.1, but according to the company's Moversi, it seems that Android 5.something is going to be launched in March, and it'll bring a lot of the bug fixes that we are waiting for Lollipop, as some people are calling Lollipop the old honeycomb. A lot of things can be said about this new update, and hopefully it will happen at the time of the release of so many smartphones that are coming out in March. And finally, for the very interesting news of the day, if you remember, there are these news that Jony Ive was recently interviewed by The New Yorker and spilled that the Apple Watch is probably his final project. But another thing that he did was complain about things like Moto-Maker. He didn't mention Motorola, but he said that the fact that you get to choose your color and trim for a smartphone is like abdicating a designer's job, meaning that a designer should be good enough to know what colors are the best for his product. Which is really interesting, up to the point where Motorola CEO Rick Osterloh came on record on BBC to state that, wow, he can't believe that Jony said that, and that it's outrageous what Apple charges for smartphones, and so many other complaints. Link to the description for the full story, but it does lead me to the question of the day. Given the fact that Motorola gives you the option to customize your smartphone, and you get so many cool things like Moto Voice, etc., why do you think the Moto X doesn't sell? What is it that the Moto X is missing that the iPhone has? Because in my case, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I love the Moto X, and I also like the iPhone 6. What do you think is missing from the Moto X for you to personally buy it? Leave us a comment down below. This episode of the Pocketnow Daily was brought to you by Squarespace, the online service that makes it fast and easy for you to create your own professional website, portfolio, or online store. Visit squarespace.com/pocketnow for a free trial and 10% off. Squarespace, a better web starts with your website. You also know the drill. If you want to get the news earlier before this video was filmed, make sure you follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.